And America is equated to a woman, you know, and this place is living in pleasure. She den while she liveth. Woo. That's 1 Timothy 5 and 6, yeah. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. All right? And what is America doing? And what is it teaching everybody else to do? To live in pleasure. To live according to the things that make you feel good. They're teaching it to your kids. They're teaching your kids in the school. They're teaching them about sex. You know, here it is. The kids are in kindergarten. You know, they barely know how to wipe their asses right. But they're teaching them about sex, man. They're teaching them about transgenderism. They're teaching them about homosexuality. Reading books about a kid that has 2 dads. Why? Because they even know, because Hitler was an insider, right? But Hitler has a quote. Hitler says, "He that controls the youth controls the future." Well, they want your children to be careless. They want your children to live after pleasure. They want your children because that's the easiest way to deceive somebody and to make them a slave and to control them, to control their minds. Go ahead, matter of fact, you and what you got right there?
I had James 5 and 5. But
grab Isaiah 47.
47? Yeah.
I want to say it's 47 and 8.
47 and 8. I got a precept.
Con.
Alright. Okay. Book of Romans, chapter 8, verses 4 and 5. That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. Okay, it's just that, you know, they didn't want to follow what the prophets were saying, the Israelites, and so what ended up happening was, you know, going back to that time of Noah, you know, the Most High didn't just punish them, but He punished everybody on the earth, because Noah, he only saved 8 people that was in.
The Lord only saved 8 people, which was Noah, his son, and their wives.
That's right. Because, you know, they were the only ones that was worthy of to live. Everybody else ended up getting put to death. You know,
that's right.
Because they wasn't living according to the Spirit.
They were wicked. They were living according to the flesh. They were doing as they will. They were doing what they wanted to do. You know, and you can't just do what you want to do. You got to do what the Most High Heavenly Father, you know, has commanded to do. And once the Israelites get in power, the world ain't gonna these nations ain't gonna just be doing what they want to. Why? Because we're gonna beat their asses, man, and they're gonna be afraid. And that fear that's upon them is gonna be enough for them to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because they know that if they don't, they're gonna be killed. They're not gonna do it willingly. Matter of fact, what proves that? Can you grab Revelations, the 6th chapter, and the last couple verses? You got it?
Yeah, I got Isaiah,
Revelations.
Revelations.
Okay, go ahead.
This is Revelations chapter 6 and verse 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man.
In half a mile, keep left to continue on I-96.
Go ahead, read it again.
And in the rocks of the mountains.
Read it one more time.
God. This is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men,
keep left to continue on I-96.
And the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens. And
continue on I-96 for 57 miles.
God, so what's going to happen when this place does get destroyed by fire? All right, all of these different kings, the elites, you know, these rich billion and trillionaires, they're going to hide themselves in nuclear fallout shelters. But what's going to happen, you know, because we're going to be the ones that go and get them and take them up out of there, man.
That's right.
But when they're in those shelters and they survive the thermonuclear destruction that's coming upon America in different parts of Europe as well as Israel, they're not going to repent, man. They're not going to turn and serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. What does the scripture say? Go ahead, read on.
And every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb.
Because those chariots are coming too. Those chariots are coming to do destruction. It says from the wrath of the Lamb, which lets you know that the image and the way that they paint the Messiah, man, is wrong. As if he's just this friendly individual. When he comes back, he's come back to kill and to destroy and to slay, man.
That's right.
A lot of you Edomites, you know, you other nations, and you Israelites also. Because these nations, they're going to be fighting against each other in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. But they're going to turn from fighting each other and fight the Lord. That's the reason why Trump is preparing space troops, man. And militarizing space, because they know that Yahweh Shai is coming. These elites know. Yeah. And they're preparing themselves to fight against him. But hey, man, the Lord is, hey, you can't fight him, all right?
That's right. Yeah.
He's not coming as he did 2,000 years ago, and you were able to stick a spear in his side and kill him. He's coming with the power of a God. And look, as we ride, the back of this license plate is what? Well, it's deep. You know, I don't know who they are, but 144 is in the license plate. You know, I'm not gonna put that license plate out there. No. But it's 144 in the back of the license plate, man. And you take it how we can get it.
Right.
So that right there lets us know that we're following the right way.
That's right.
But go ahead and finish reading that.
God. Verse 17. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand?
Go ahead.
God, yeah, that's it. So who gonna be able to stand in that day? Because and this scripture just made me do the scripture. I can't think of it, but I know I can know it where it says, and I'm roughly paraphrasing, who can deliver you out of the hand of the Heavenly Father? Nobody can. You know? And so nobody is going to be able to withstand that day when Yahweh gives his son Yahweh Shai to go to crack the clouds, and he comes with that host that is always spoken of, which is an army of angels, man. You know?
Go to Revelations 9 and 20.
Okay, God.
Because they're gonna hide themselves in those rocks and in those caves and those dens, and a lot of these elites are gonna survive. And the reason that the Most High is gonna preserve them alive is so that we can have them in slavery. But when they're in those dens and those caves and those rocks, and they survive, it's not gonna be in their mind to repent to the Most High Heavenly Father and to turn into worship Him. We're gonna make them worship the Lord, man.
That's right.
And it ain't gonna be no by asking. We ain't gonna make them sign a treaty, you know, into you know, take their lands and then convert them over into Christianity. We gonna do them worse than what the fuck they did to us.
That's right.
And we're gonna put that fear upon them and all the nations of the earth. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 9 and verse 20. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils, and idols of gold and silver, and brass and stone, and of wood, which neither can see nor hear, nor walk. Neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts. Stealing.
God, so what does that mean? You know? That mean that those people, we're gonna have to beat their asses, man.
That's right.
And make them serve the Lord. And make them keep the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
That's the reason why we're gonna get that rod of iron, just as Yahweh Shai is getting that rod of iron.
That's right.
So we can fuck them up, man. And it tells you in Zechariah the 14th chapter that if the nations come not up to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, it ain't gonna be no rain that come upon them.
That's right.
But hey, yeah, it's gonna be droughts, it's gonna be famines, but most importantly, we gonna be able to whoop their ass.
That's right.
So it ain't no joining hand in hand and being a part of the covenant with the children of Israel, man. It's not in the spirit of Esau as well as these other nations to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai like it is like for Israel.
Right.
And even all of Israel ain't serving Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai right now. But they're under the vibration of their father. That's the reason why the scripture says ye are of your father the devil. And the lust of your father you would do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and he abode not in what? The truth, man. Esau ain't gonna get this truth. A lot of you guys got problems with confusion of face, Akim coming into the ranks, which hey, this spirit that's upon us, it can't enter into Esau.
That's right.
Remember, Esau is the natural born wicked. And the scriptures say that wisdom shall not enter into a malicious soul.
That's right.
There was a northern kingdom, but and although this wisdom can't enter into a malicious soul and Esau can't get the truth, that doesn't mean that an Israelite can't be wicked, man. That doesn't mean that an Israelite can't take upon him the spirit of a devil and walk in wickedness. That's the reason why this condition that we're fighting in, man. The scriptures, Ezra's called it a battle. The conditions of the battle. Because it's easy in this world to be wicked and to do wickedness, but it's not an easy thing to walk in righteousness. When you're walking in righteousness, first of all, you're condemned of the world. Go ahead. Who got precept?
I have a precept Barack referred to. That was Isaiah 43 and 13. Yea, before the day I am he, and there is none that can deliver out of my hand.
That's right. That's right.
Isaiah 43 and 13.
God, so these elites, the only reason that they're going to survive is so that they can go into slavery.
That's right.
I think it mentions something about slavery in Isaiah the 43rd chapter as well. You said that was verse what that you read?
13.
Go down to 17. Or 16. God.
Okay.
Let's see, Isaiah 49 and 23.
49?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Just 1 second now.
Isaiah 49 and 23. The king shall be thy nursing fathers, and thy queens shall be thy nursing mothers, and they shall bow down to the knee with their faces towards the earth.
And they're going to bow down their knees with their faces towards the earth. And what are they going to do?
and they shall lick the dust of thy feet, and they shall know that I am the Most High.
So these elites are going to be preserved to be our slaves in the kingdom of heaven, man.
That's right.
A nursing king and a nursing mother. You got something that's called a wet nurse. All right, which in slavery, they will have children, but they will have all women raise their children up and even breastfeed their children. You think she had a say so, and if she wanted to do that or not? She might even had her own baby, right? And a woman's breast, you know, it can produce a lot of milk. But let's say, for instance, she was only producing enough milk for her baby to get. You think they gave a fuck about the Israelite baby? The Edomite baby would get the milk before the Israelite baby, man. And the master was probably popping the wet nurse too. So your kings and your queens, you know, you Rothschilds, the royal family out there in London, all of y'all are going into slavery, man.
That's right.
And you're gonna serve Israelites, and you ain't gonna like it. It's not about to be a good thing. We're not about to treat them the way that the King Solomon treated his servants. Because when you read about King Solomon and the way that he treated his servants, his servants were Israelites, man.
That's right.
Because we can have, at that time, we had Israelites as servants, but the Israelite servants were treated differently than the heathen servants, man. And after 7 years, we will let the Israelite servants go, but we can keep the heathens in slavery and bondage forever. That's the reason why King Solomon's servants were decked out and they looked good. Those were Israelites. Is there more on that?
Pull it back up.
And then Dwight, come what you got after brother finish up on this.
For they shall not be ashamed that wait for me, for the prey shall be taken from the mighty, and the lawful captive delivered. Thus saith the Lord.
Okay. So that's it. Go ahead, Dwight.
Okay. Book of
I got another precept.
Zechariah, chapter 2, verses 8. For thus shall the Lord of hosts, after the glory had he sent me unto the nations which spoil you, for he that touches you touches the apple of my eye.
So all of these nations are about to receive a recompense. They're about to receive payback for what they've done to the Most High saints, what they've done to his people. You know?
Got one more.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Revelation 13 verses 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go in captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Go ahead, break it down.
Because these Edomites and these other heathen nations, they led us in captivity, and as the book says, he that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. So not just Esau, but all the other heathen nations that put us in captivity. Your ass going to captivity, and you killed us with the sword, and then we're going to kill you with the sword.
That's right. That's right. You got something, Karatazar? All right, go ahead.
Revelation 2:25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come, he that overcometh and keep my works unto the end, unto him I will give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as a vessel of a potter, they shall be broken into shivers.
Does that sound like he's ruling them, you know, softly or gentle? No? That sounds like you're ruling in power and might and with authority and with anger, you know, to break them in pieces like a rod of iron hitting clay. Man, we gonna go through these nations.
That's right.
And all of the ones that's rebellious, all of the ones that that wants to follow that I can do whatever the hell I want attitude, and don't want to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, they're gonna be put to death, man.
That's right.
And the rest of them, they're gonna be forced to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. That's it on that, right? All right. Did you finish up in that Peters?
Oh, I can go back to it right quick.
Karatazar, can you grab the book of Ephesians, the 2nd chapter?
Yeah, I'm back in Peters. Okay, this time I was on 7.
Go ahead.
And devoured just let vex it.
And devoured just Lot. Vex with what?
Vex with the
filthy conversation.
Filthy conversation of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelling, arming among them, and seeing and having
and hearing
vexing. What's that? Yeah, his righteous soul from day to day with,
and that's how we feel. Go ahead.
Yeah, with their unlawfulness.
And unlawfulness
deeds.
And that's how we feel. We feel like Lot and Sodom and Gomorrah, man.
That's right.
And why? Because, hey, Job 9:24. Somebody can read that real fast. Hey, the scripture says the earth is given into the hand of who?
The wicked.
You know? So hey, the scriptures say when the wicked are in authority, what happened to the people? You know, the righteous hide themselves, man.
That's right.
Because if you're living uprightly and you're living according to a way that's contrary to them, and they want to kill you or persecute you. But the wicked is teaching this world to do everything that pleases their flesh, to just indulge in whatever makes them happy, man. I saw an MP that came into my job, and she had on a shirt that said whatever works. And then you had the president's wife, Ivanka Trump, whatever the hell her name is. She went to go and visit I think it was either the children or the parents of those that were not deported, but the Ishmaelites that came over here, and they're locked up inside of them dog kennels. And she had on a shirt that says, I don't care, do you. But that's the vibration that America is pushing. That Satanism vibration. Whatever works, or do you, or do as thou wilt. Why? Because the wicked is ruling over, man. Esau is in rulership.
That's right.
And Esau, it's not inside of Esau to worship and serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Job 10:24.
9:24.
9:24. Slakia. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges
the what?
Thereof. If not,
and brother kind of stuttered a little bit.
You know, with the season, it's kind of hard.
But it's coming back. You know, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
I'll read it again. Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
And you know what? The scripture says, I want to say that it's Isaiah 26.
I'm still got Isaiah. I'll pull it up.
Isaiah the 26th chapter. It mentions in the land of uprightness, he would not dwell. 26:10, right?
Okay, I'm looking at it right now.
That favor be showed unto the wicked. Because the Most High did show Esau favor. He allowed him to have his little shitty ass rulership. But Esau was set up to show the men of the Lord, the elect, that are going to be the next rulers over the world, how not to be. That's the reason why the Most High really set him up. The Most High is showing us through this man how not to be, you know, once we receive the power.
That's right.
You know, that's the reason why the scripture mentioned the creature being subject unto vanity. The Most High didn't put us in this position under the devil, you know, like this to keep us there forever. You know, but it was to teach us a lesson in righteousness. Now Esau having favor and the earth being given into his hand, these rich elite banking families, you know what, you would think that he would say, based upon the examples of all of these other nations and why they were destroyed and taken down, that he would rule according to righteousness. But the Spirit of the Lord isn't in him to do that because he's the wicked. Go ahead.
Isaiah 26:10, let favor be shown to the wicked, and yet he is not righteous. Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet he will not learn righteousness. In the land of righteousness he deal unjustly.
God.
He will not.
That's pretty much it. And you even got those gutter rats that are in the land of Israel right now. And here it is, that's the Holy Land. And nations got killed and devoured by lions for not serving the Lord right in that land. And that's the only reason why them gutter rats try to keep the law, statutes, and commandments the way that they do. Really, their book that they're into is the Babylonian Talmud. The Talmud is the book that they teach out of. You never hear them quoting out of the scriptures, man.
That's right.
Because really, they're wicked. They just keep the laws enough not to be destroyed out of the land, which they are going to be destroyed. The Lord is going to allow these other nations, Russia and Iran and China, to send nukes on them as well. But Esau, the favor is being shown unto him, and he ain't learning righteousness, man. Because we got the Most High Heavenly Father working with us on the right hand side, and Esau being sinister. Brother brought that out yesterday at camp. Has Satan work with them on the left hand side, and that's the reason why they're pushing that wickedness. Matter of fact, grab Matthew's the 4th chapter, because Esau took this deal from Satan. Look at, there's a dead deer on the side of the road, man. That's Esau. He should be like a chase road that no man taketh up. Ain't nobody picking that deer up. You know, it's gonna sit there and it's gonna rot away. I getting it.
Okay, man.
Matthew's the 4th chapter.
I got a precept for you.
Start at 1.
This is St. Matthew's chapter 4, verse 1. Then was Yahushua led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward at hunger. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Heavenly Father Yahweh. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him,
This is the point.
if thou be the Son of the Heavenly Father,
Oh no, this isn't the point.
Yahweh, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee.
The next one is the point.
And in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone.
Go ahead.
Yahushua said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord Yahweh thy power.
All right, now this one is the point right here. Go ahead.
Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
That's it right there. So that lets you know right there that these rich elite banking families are working with Satan.
That's right.
You know? What did Satan say? Because he even tempted the Lord with this. He said, if thou bow down and worship me, you know, which all of this belong to Yahushua any goddamn way.
That's right.
You know, but Esau is working with Satan on the left-hand side, and Esau took this deal. Go ahead.
Then said Yahushua unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy power, and him only shalt thou serve.
Kind. But the point was him taking them to the tallest place and showing them the kingdoms of the world and saying that all this that I will give thee if thou bow down and worship me. So this goes to show you that these elites worship Satan, man.
That's right.
That the so-called white man, his God is the devil. And that's the reason why he's pushing on the world that existentialism. Can you look that word up, Bot? Go ahead with your precept.
Isaiah 13 and 23.
That's Isaiah?
No, Jeremiah 13 and 23. Slakia. Can an Ethiopian change his skin or a leopard his spot? Then may ye also do good.
But y'all accustomed.
Accustomed to do evil.
That's right. So the so-called white man ain't gonna change. He's not gonna change his ways and convert over and be righteous and upright and be a saint. And, you know, I mean, he can act like it, but that don't mean a goddamn thing, man. He's still gonna be a devil.
That's right.
You know, he's still gonna hate you. When all hell break loose, he's still gonna pick the side of his people. You know, these devils are starting to show their horns a lot more. Go ahead.
Okay. Keep going.
No,
existentialism.
yeah, existentialism.
Existentialism.
Look up the etymology of it.
Okay.
Yep. Because this world, it teaches in the schools. It teaches it teaches they teach your children in their curriculum to be existentialists. So if your child decides that they want to do whatever the hell that they want to, they can do it without any repercussions, without any punishments. They even teach your children at the age of 16, if they want to emancipate themselves from you, that they can.
Okay.
That you can't be their parent anymore. That's wickedness, man.
The etymology of existentialism. Noun, 1941, from German existentialismus. 1919, replacing.
Is that in Etym Online?
Online, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
1919, replacing existential for home. Ultimately, from Danish writer